OneNote 2016 is all about helping you stay organized by allowing you to create as many notebooks as you need with sections, pages, subpages, and so on. But you can also stay organized on screen by manipulating the user interface to suit your needs. That's what we're going to do. So you can have any notebook open at this time. I'm still working with the Landon Hotel notebook we've been working with. Landon Hotel 0401 from the Chapter 4 folder of your exercise files if you want to get caught up with me and see exactly what I see. I'm looking at the travel section here, clicking that tab, and there's only one page for London so far, and that's what I'm looking at. We already know we can manipulate the ribbon itself. In the bottom right corner of the ribbon is that little button that allows us to collapse the ribbon. Control F1 is the keyboard shortcut, which is a toggle. It will switch between collapsed and what we call pinned. Right now it's pinned to our user interface, so we're always seeing it. No matter where we click on screen, the ribbon is there. When we collapse it, it's no longer pinned, and we can go to the tabs when we need them to expand the ribbon. Go back into your page, click there, and it disappears or collapses. If you like to see it always, just go to any one of these tabs, like the View tab, and click the push pin icon or use the keyboard shortcut we use to collapse it, which is Control F1. Toggles it back to pinned. Everything gets pushed down. So you have less real estate, but you always have quick and easy access to the ribbon and you can see what's there. All right, when we go up to the very top right-hand corner of your screen, there's a little icon here for ribbon display options. Give that a click and you can see the three options are to auto hide, which is what we did when we collapsed, show the tabs, so you'll always see the tabs, or show tabs and commands. That's what we're looking at right now. So if we try auto hide, you can see there's no ribbon at all, no tabs, just an ellipses at the top. Click that to get your ribbon back. Let's go back to that icon for the ribbon display options and choose show tabs. That's what we saw when we collapsed our ribbon. And we can go back up here to set it back to show tabs and commands if that's what you prefer. And it is what I'm going to go with moving forward. Other options from the View tab include different views in the View section here on the left-hand side of the ribbon. Normal view is what we're seeing. If you prefer not to see all of this around you, like the ribbon, even the navigation pane over here on the right, you can switch to full page view. You can use the keyboard shortcut F11 as well. And you can see everything's cleaned up so you can focus on your content. Lots of room to work here. If you want the ribbon, there's the ellipses at the top. Give it a click. It's back. Click down below on your page. It's gone. To move between notebooks and sections, you can go up here to the top right corner. You'll see the current notebook and section. Click the drop down to choose a different notebook or a different section, even a different page like the week of October 5th. Once you have it selected, click anywhere on the page and all of that collapses as well. The easiest way to switch back to the normal view we're used to working in is to click this icon up here for normal view, the double arrow. Give it a click and we're back where we started. Now there are some other options for when you're working on content, like zooming in and out. If you want to zoom into content or zoom out, you could do that. Notice that the zoom level can be changed from the drop down as well. You can choose a specific one, back to 100% by clicking 100%. I like page width because it's going to zoom me into a level that allows me to see everything on my page and will spread it out to include the entire page width. There we go. You can see it happens to be 109% on my screen. All depends on your resolution and where you entered your content on the specific page you're looking at. All right, let's go back to 100% and take a look at some of the page setup options. You can change the page color. Maybe your manager meetings are going to be color coded to a certain shade. We could go to this top one here, blue. Give it a click. You can see it's blue in the background. And then maybe your staff meetings, like this lecture here, will be colored differently. Click the drop down and maybe green is what you want for those. So as you move between your pages, you can always choose a page color or no page color at all. Click the drop down and choose no color. If you prefer, you can have ruled lines, much like a paper notebook. Now, when we go up to rule lines and click the drop down, there are many options to choose from. Some are very tight or narrow. You can see as we move across, other options with more space. I like these more specifically for using ink mode, where I might be using a stylus or writing with my finger on a touch screen, for example. So choosing any of these is going to change the background to include those rule lines. Okay, let's go back to the drop-down. If you don't like that rule line color, you can always go down to rule line color and change it from light blue to something else. Maybe purple would be good for land and hotel, color-coded to our company. Or you can click the drop-down for rule lines and choose to always create pages with rule lines. So going forward, as you create new pages, you won't have to go in there and select the rule lines. They'll be there automatically. I'm going to switch back to none, but notice there are some grid line options here as well. By choosing none, we're back where we started with nothing in the background. Now, there are some other options that will come in handy in the window group, specifically when you start to work with multiple pages at the same time and start thinking about linking notes, something we're going to talk about a little bit later on, but just so you know, it's up here, another way to change the look of your window. Let's go back to the Home tab and we'll continue from here.